Hey Android fans, this is Eric from hollywoodfrodo.com with another Android app review. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the app Kayak Pro. Before I get to that, just want to remind you that this review is being sponsored by anti-tags.com, which is a really great website to get all kinds of information about NFC on Android phones, what it is, what it can do, and also pick up some really cool NFC tags and NFC Android keychains. So check out anti-tags.com after the review. Kayak Pro. Kayak was a really popular website for travel information. Now they have an Android app. It's great. It's not just for finding good prices on hotels and flights and car rentals, although it is great at helping you with those things, but it doesn't stop there. Also has really cool features in the app just to help make your whole travel experience a lot easier and organized and have all the information you could possibly need right at your fingertips. So let's hop on my phone and I'm going to show you how it works and all the really cool features that it has so you'll know why I recommend you get it. Alright, so there's the little Kayak Pro icon right there. So we're going to hit that and open up Kayak Pro. I'm going to start sort of do this in reverse because you probably already know that you can use it to search for hotels and rates and flights and rates and cars and rates, and that's all really great, and I will get to that, but I'm going to sort of start in reverse and maybe show you some of the other things you didn't know it could do first. We're going to go completely backwards. My location is in-flight GPS tracking, so if you open that, it will, to the best of its ability, using the GPS, pinpoint exactly where you are, how many feet you are from, or the accuracy of the feet, what your altitude is, how many feet high you are from ocean level, your speed, bearing, all that kind of stuff. Obviously I'm standing here, so I don't have a speed or a bearing, and I'm in my house, so my altitude is not very high. Anyway, that's just for in-flight GPS, which is kind of a cool feature. You have your preferences you can set up. You can log in with Kayak, which allows you to do some other things I'll show you in a minute. You can go directly to the Kayak site. You can set your currency and set the result size. And also you can enable a network lock, which is improved reliability, as it says, but increases battery usage, which is why I don't do that. Because for whatever reason, none of these phones have enough battery power. So currency converter, here's where you start getting into the things that can really help you when you're on your trip. Currency converter. I have an app that does that. I mean, it converts all kinds of things. One of the things it does is currency converter, but I don't need that. When I'm traveling, I can just rely on Kayak. Wherever I am, I can change to whatever. Say I'm in Brazil, and you can input your amount, and it will tell you exactly what that equals in US dollars. So that's cool. Currency converter. Packing list. So when you travel, what's the worst thing that can happen? Especially if you're international. Traveling internationally, you get where you're going and you don't have something that you really needed. So you can create a list. Now it has some lists set up for you. And these lists have things on them already. Business trip, types of things you would need on a business trip. You can edit these lists. So you can move things around fairly easily. You can also take things off the list if you want to. And then you can add a new item to the list if you want. And then besides editing the built-in list or adding things to the list, you can create an entirely new list if you want. So you can make your own list. You don't have to use the ones that they give you, but they have some set up, and that way you can make a list. When you have that packed, you can check it and you'll know, and you have a little gauge up there telling you how close you are to being completely finished packing. So that's kind of a cool little nifty feature to help you out when you're getting ready for your trip. Airport information, I love this. It has a list of airports, but you can just, if you know your code, you can just look for the airport. So I'm going to look for ATL. I'm from Georgia originally, so I fly into Atlanta a lot when I'm visiting my family. And it has a list of everything that is in that airport. You can also show a terminal map, which is great because I've been to that airport and had to try to find one of the terminal maps on the wall to find where something is. But right here you have terminal maps right at your fingertips, and when you're in a specific terminal, you can show exactly what the amenities are. Now, one thing I like is you can search for something specific. So one thing that I do whenever I go to Georgia and get off the plane, the first thing I do is go to Crystal, because we don't have crystals in the West. So there is a crystal in the Atlanta airport. And so if I need to know where it is, there it is right there. It tells me exactly what concourse it is on and where it's at, so I can go straight to it. You can even get directions to the airport. You can get locations, so the various ones they have, and you can go with categories. If you certain categories you don't want it to list, you can uncheck those and it won't list those. So a lot of cool things in the airport information. Next thing that they have for you is airline fees. So if you just want to know what the fees are for any airline, you pick an airline and there you go. You can find out how much their baggage fees are, how much the meals cost, what it costs for a pet, all that fun stuff. Airline directory, so that's just if you need to call an airline. Could come in handy, especially if you have a flight that's canceled or changed, or there's an issue with your flight. You can just go in there and look up the airline and call. Now we're kind of getting into, well, price alerts. We'll look at that. That's sort of a different feature, but it's kind of cool. It's something I used to use a long time ago when there was a Yahoo Travel, which doesn't exist anymore. I would use it with Yahoo, and that's how I got a lot of good rates on trips to Georgia. You can choose an exact date that you want to travel, and then set the max price and save it, and then it'll notify you anytime a flight for those dates, those airports, drops below your max price, which is pretty cool. The way I got a lot of my low fares was using this feature. Again, back in the day when there was a Yahoo Travel, but now I can use Kayak for it. You set your places. You don't have exact dates. You just know you want to travel within a certain month, and you set the lowest fare. The maximum price that you want to pay for it. And again, it'll notify you anytime there's a ticket within that time frame that drops below your price, and then you can go check out and see exactly what the rules are and what days of the week you can fly and that kind of stuff. But great way to find really good rates. And you can also do top cities, and you can just select various notifications about flights from certain cities, certain of the top cities. There's a lot of other ways to do that, so I don't know if that feature's the best feature in the world. I'd rather have those come to email than get notified on my phone. But the other ones are great. It's just to help you find really great rates, because a lot of times those great rates don't have many tickets, so you need to know as soon as it happens so that you can buy the ticket. Kayak does have a flight tracker, so you can come in here, and this is a flight I entered earlier, and you can, if you add a flight, if you know the flight number, you can put it in there, or you can just use the departing airport and or arrival airport, and you can select those. So you could change it if you wanted to change it. I already have already entered one. Let's see. Let's say Long Beach Airport. So I'm going to search. There's no flights left. That's on the 15th. There's no flights. Obviously, there's not a lot of flights going from Long Beach to Atlanta. How about New York? Probably there is, because no flights. Maybe I have a bad departing time. Maybe that's the problem. Nothing. Well, Long Beach is a small airport, but anyway, once you've put it in there, you get this nice little information. Tells you exactly when the flight departed, or when it's going to depart, when it's estimated to arrive, or if it has arrived, that it has arrived, and then you get the information here. So, and you know exactly when it was last updated. So it's a really cool way to just keep track of a flight, either if you're flying out or if you're waiting for someone to arrive to where you are. My trips, this is kind of a cool feature. You have to log in with Kayak first to use this. Once you have done that, you can forward your booking confirmation emails to Kayak, and then your travel information will just be saved in here. So in that case, you wouldn't have to enter your flight information for Flight Tracker and all that stuff, because the information would just be in there. So a good way to keep your trip information right at your fingertips. And now this is the part that people probably know Kayak for more than anything else. Just a great way to find cars and car rentals and stuff. I used this. I was in San Francisco in January and used it to find the best rates on car rentals. And you'll see the way it populates. And it just continually waits till it searches through everything. So once it gets to the end, you'll know that you have the best rates. Now, you can't actually book through Kayak. Kayak is not like Expedia or Travelocity. They are not a travel agent, so you don't book through them. You just get information from them, and then you call the car rental place directly to book directly through them. So that's car rentals, flights, pretty much the same way. If you're looking for specific flights, unlike the fare alerts where you're looking to find the best price for the future. If you know certain dates you need to travel and you just need to find the flights that are available and book, then you can search here and do that. And then hotels. Again, you tell it where you're going, how many people, how many rooms, search hotels, and it's going to find all the hotels that are available for those dates, along with the prices. And there are ratings as well to help you out to know if it's a good hotel or not. And you can, if you hit the little filter button down at the bottom, then you have options as far as you can change the price range of how much you want to pay. You can also decide how many stars you want. Maybe you only want the dumpiest hotel was in San Francisco, so you only want 1-star hotels. You can also have specific brands. If there's a specific hotel chain that you like to use, you can do that. Or you can enter a specific hotel name. So we're going to apply all those, and these are the hotels with only 1 star. Could be an interesting experience to stay in one of those. And that's pretty much Kayak. As you can see, it's like a full-on travel app. Covers pretty much every aspect of traveling, all in one app, all right in your fingertips. You have notifications that based on the different things you set up inside of the app that it can notify you of, and that's about it. Really great app for just overall for finding good hotels, good cost airlines, good cost car rentals, and then also using once it's time for you to actually take that trip, lots of good features to help make that a lot easier. That was Kayak Pro. As you can see, it has a lot of really cool features, just in addition to the great way it helps you find the best rates on hotels and flights and car rentals. A lot of cool features for when you're traveling. So you can check out the free version, but Kayak Pro really is, that's what you saw, and that's what has all those features, and I think it's well worth it. So head over to Google Play and pick that up, and please, if you like this review, share it with your friends, your family, co-workers, your enemies, anyone you can, and also click the like button, and subscribe to my channel if you want to be updated when I add more reviews, which I do add weekly. And that's about it. Until next time, this is Eric reminding you that your Android phone is only going to be as good as you make it.